There is no way around it. Last night was a huge night for Donald Trump. It was a disaster for Marco Rubio. He withdrew from the race, as you know. We're not going to spend any more time on it. That writing was on the wall. Kasich pulled out the victory he needed in Ohio, and Ted Cruz did not do that well. Now, I'm going to quickly look at last night's results, but then I want to focus on the tool we created for you and the predictions that I made a couple of weeks ago. And you're going to see how close I have been. It's obviously bragging rights for me, but it's so that you understand why it's worth your time to watch this show, okay? Because in spite of the fact that we have a very small staff and we have a very rudimentary studio, decent lighting, you got a decent host. I follow this stuff, unfortunately, morning, noon, and night, so I can bring you information that others aren't because they're so skewed. Okay, quickly, as you can see, we're using political snapshots here, Politico. Trump won Florida handily. This was a devastating defeat for Marco Rubio and showed that Cruz just cannot contend in a lot of these states with 17%. In Illinois, all of the delegates have not yet been allocated. There are 69 that will be allocated. 34 so far have gone to Trump, 4 to Kasich. We don't know how many Cruz is going to get, and Rubio did not make the threshold. So Trump is going to bring in more delegates there, and so will Cruz and possibly Kasich. In Missouri, still too early to call. It looks like Trump is going to squeak out a victory there, which is important because he gets all the statewide delegates by doing that. And then they look at each congressional district to see who won. So it's possible that Trump could take away most or even all of the delegates. Because again, it's 5 delegates per, if my memory is correct, it's 5 delegates per congressional district. Since Trump did not hit 50% for the whole state, they divide up the state by congressional districts, and Trump kicked a lot of butt in the state. In North Carolina, Trump won by 3.5 points over Cruz, but because it is a strict proportional state, Trump only got 29 delegates, Cruz got 27, Kasich 9, Rubio 6. Ohio, this was the must win for Kasich, and as you can see, he took away all 66 delegates. Now, let's move right into this tool that we have created for you. I'm letting you know ahead of time. It's rudimentary. It is so old school. You have to actually, to use it, you have to actually hit print on your PDF and print it. I mean, you can use it on your computer screen, but it's not interactive, okay? It's every state that's coming up, the date, the number of delegates, whether it's, in fact, let's just look at it. Let's look at it together. Okay, so up at the top, GOP primary, remaining primary schedule, and the delegates available, all right? As of right now, Trump has 661, Cruz has 406, Rubio 169, Kasich 142. There are 1,079 delegates remaining, but that does not include the proportion of Missouri and Illinois that have yet to been given to Trump and Cruz. So there's your key. P equals proportional. The percentage thing means that percent of voters that must votes required to win delegates in a proportional state. WTA simply means winner take all, and CD means a congressional district. All right, so this coming Tuesday, look at what we've got. 9 delegates in the Virgin Islands, and it's winner take all. 9 delegates in American Samoa, and it's winner take all. They get to vote in the Republican primary, but they don't get to vote for president. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. The poor people. Taxation without representation is something you kill over. Arizona, 58, winner take all. Utah, that's a proportional state, and 15% is the threshold. So I'm going to go over here a little bit. I want to show you my predictions and what has actually happened. On the votes from the 8th to the 12th, there were 178 delegates, and I predicted that Trump would get 75, Cruz would get 65, and 38 would be split between Rubio and Kasich. All right, in the actual count, Trump got 72, Cruz got 58, and Rubio and Kasich split 37. And the reason that there's a few delegates that are unaccounted for is because of Guam. Guam is, their delegates have not yet been committed to a candidate because of their rules. All right, so very close there. Let's look at March 15th. On March 15th, I predicted that Trump would get 230, Cruz would get 62, Kasich 66, and Rubio 9. As of right now, Trump, I beg your pardon, I'm sorry. As of right now, Trump got 186, but there's more that's going to come from Missouri and Illinois. Cruz only got 27, but he will get more out of Missouri and Illinois, but he didn't do as well as I thought he would do. Kasich did a little bit better. He got 79, and Rubio got 0. I thought that Rubio would win the Northern Mariana Islands, and he did not. So, as of right now, Donald Trump is on track to win the nomination. And I'm going to quickly go over with you how I think it's going to happen. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you what I love about Ted Cruz, what I love about Donald Trump, and John Boehner, former Speaker of the House. He has endorsed somebody for president. Don't go away. I'm Randall Terry. You're watching Voice of Resistance.